everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I have a Netflix exclusive review for you guys. I'm going to review an AMC television series with the name of Mad Men. I'm going to talk about my thoughts and opinions upon season 4. So Mad Men, as always, is created and written by a guy by the name of Matthew Weiner, and it stars actors and actresses such as Jon Hamm, Elizabeth Moss, Vincent Kartheiser, January Jones, Christina Hendricks, John Slattery, and Robert Morse. Now, Mad Men obviously picks up where seasons 3, 2, and 1 left off. Now, if there will be spoilers in this review, just so you guys know, for season 4, now that I've seen it. So let's talk about what is season 4 all about. Well, it picks up, obviously, right where seasons 3, 2, and 1 left off, where we have our character of Don Draper. He is now divorced and split up from his wife, so now we pretty much have three sides of the spectrum. With season 3, it was pretty much just about, the downfall of his marriage and the advertising life. Not only do we have his advertising life going on, him trying to, now it's, Sterling Cooper, Draper Price, and now they're in a smaller building, like on the 37th floor, some random skyscraper. So now they're, trying to, gain accounts back because now they are a smaller business than they once were. So you pretty much have Don Draper's advertising life. You also have his, divorced family now. So now he has to see his kids separately, because his wife is now married to a different person. So you now have, Draper now has, three different lives. He has an advertising life, he has a single life, being single, seeing different women and that kind of thing, and then he also has, a life with his ex-wife, having to deal with her being married now, her taking care of the kids, him only seeing the kids every once in a while. In my opinion, it adds a whole new depth to the show. But that's pretty much the main plot of season 4 of the AMC television series by the name of Mad Men for this exclusive Netflix review. Overall, my thoughts and opinions upon season 4 of Mad Men on the AMC channel. I loved this season for the reason I said earlier. It is so complex now. Him being divorced, I never thought that was going to happen. I knew he was having affairs, but typically the shows like this, typically, the couples get back together, and they seem to, mend things. But this is the kind of show where that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It probably won't happen if anytime soon. I'm only on season 4. I haven't seen seasons 5 or 6 yet, so please, no spoilers in the comments below. I would rather not know anything about those until I actually watch them. So I really enjoyed season 4, though. It's crazy because it's such a complex show. You have so many different things going on. Him being divorced has added, as I said earlier, has added an all new depth to the show where he has so many different lives now. He's having to, deal with all these different things, and one of my favorite plot points happened about, I believe it was about 3 or 4 episodes in, when you found out, I forget what the girl's name is. But his previous wife, his previous Dick Whitman's wife, the girl with the blonde hair that lives in California, I believe. You find out that she has bone cancer, and at first she lies, and says, oh, I burnt my, my leg. That's why there's a cast there. Well, Draper ends up finding out she has bone cancer, and he has to decide whether or not to tell her. And he ends up finding out that later on, 3 or 4 episodes later, that she has died, and she ends up giving. Her niece, I believe, ends up giving Dawn a ring. Made a spoiler coming out that he ends up using this same ring to actually get married to a girl about half his age. So he kind of took the whole plot point, like John Slattery's character, his character, Roger Sterling, in the 3rd season, he got married to a girl about half his age after getting divorced from his wife. The same thing would happen with Jon Hamm's character, Don Draper. He divorced from January Jones, got married to a girl about half his age, and now is, looks not yet, but now he's engaged to his secretary, I believe. So there's, I love that whole plot point. I like how all those events connected and correlated with each other, just to make for a great season. Some huge things happen in this season. Vincent Kartheiser and then Trudy's character, his wife, they have a family. They now have a daughter. I believe it's a daughter. I believe. And I'm sure we'll see here more in the future. Some other huge things happen where Christina Hendricks' character, the red-haired girl, Joni's character, she got pregnant, not by her husband, though, not by the doctor, not by the military guy. that's off the basic training camp now. She got pregnant by John Slattery's character, the Roger Sterling. So her husband has no idea that while he was away at basic training, she had an affair with him shortly after being pulled at gunpoint, being mugged. And obviously Roger Sterling knows, but I wonder how that's going to play into season 5. Is he going to act like a father? Is he just going to totally abandon her? It seems like he's not really going to take complete responsibility, take complete ownership. I don't really know how it's going to play out. Obviously, sometime in the future, I'm sure, her doctor, her military doctor husband is going to find out what really happened while he was away for 8 weeks at a basic training camp. But overall, I really enjoyed season 4. I like how these characters are taking completely different routes than I ever imagined them. They're making decisions. This whole marriage thing that Don Draper has decided to do, I never expected him to get married again so quickly. I thought he was just going to keep having affairs after affairs after affairs, not ever finding the one, and it seems like he may have for the time being. I'm really curious to see in season 5 and 6. I'm really curious to see if he's going to stay truthful. Is he going to stay, is he going to be, the right husband? Is he actually going to not have any more affairs? Is he going to try to do the right thing this time and actually stay with his soon-to-be wife? It's going to be curious if he can actually stay faithful to her, since he couldn't so many times in the future. But as always, John Hamm, Don Draper's character, is definitely my favorite character in the first 4 seasons of Mad Men. He is such a complex character, so mysterious, and you're always finding out new things about him. Such a depressing show at times, but it still continues to compel, continues to intrigue, it continues to interest me in general. John Slattery is, if you guys watch my other reviews, he is my second favorite character, the character of Roger Sterling. I love the moment where right after they were mugged, he's been flirting with Joni's character these past 3 seasons, and finally, even though they're both married now, finally still decides to say, hey, what the hell, might as well go ahead and go for it. And he does, and it ends up causing her to be pregnant. I love that plot point. Makes things all the more interesting, all the more complicated when you think about it. And overall, it just makes it for a great season that I really enjoyed. I can't wait to see where seasons 5 and 6 are going to go. I know that's already been confirmed for season 7 that will air sometime early next year in the spring of 2014. And from what I understand, season 7 will be the last season. They're splitting season 7 up into 2 parts, similar to what they did with Breaking Bad, when Breaking Bad ended just recently. I believe 7 or 8 episodes in the first part, and then it'll end in 2015 with 7 or 8 more episodes being in the second part. So I'm going to do my best to catch up with all of Mad Men. They have season 5 on Netflix, and then I'll find another way to watch season 6 unless they add the season 6 on Netflix soon. That way, when season 7 comes on in the spring of next year, I'll be able to watch season 7 live, because I'm really enjoying Mad Men so far. So that's pretty much my review of the AMC television series by the name of Mad Men. And as always, in my Netflix exclusive reviews, let's head over to my TV real quick, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So as always in these reviews, I always like to show that, the series on Netflix. That way you can see that it is still there and is confirmed to still be in there. You can see the plot, my 5-star rating, the TV 1407. You can see that there are currently a total of around 64 episodes currently on Netflix, since they haven't added season 6 yet. I'm sure they will sometime in the next few months, since season 7 is coming on soon, probably in the spring of next year. And I'm really curious to see where it's going to go, as I said earlier. And I just like to show that guys to you. That way it is currently still on Netflix. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek for my AMC television series review of the series by the name of Mad Men. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I will see you guys later with more Netflix exclusive reviews.